Best fight scene.
Fight scene.
Best fight scene. Fight scene.
And best fight scene.
The decade.
Best fight scene.
The decade.
Best fight scene.
Yes.
Hands down. The knife fight between Bucky and Captain America. Starts out with him freaking shooting him with the shield. He throws it into the truck, whips out the knife because he's okay. So watch this scene, and count how many weapons this dude has. He starts with a rifle with a grenade launcher on the bottom. He gets that, like, it's empty, so he chucks it, and then he pulls out like a smaller machine gun off of his back. Tries to shoot Cap with it, gets that disarmed. Immediately, like, gets disarmed as he's spinning, pulls out a handgun, bang, 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 gets that knocked out of his hand. And then after he whoops Captain America's ass with his own shield, then he pulls out a knife, gets that knocked out of his hand. He pulls out a second knife. Like, dude's a walking armory. And he also has, like, that little explodey ball that he throws at Natasha. And it's like, dude, how much do you have on you? Oh, it's so good, man, that fight scene. And so if you watch it, there's a bit where Cap knees Winter Soldier into a truck, and his head whips back and breaks the glass. That was real, and not on purpose.
With the glass?
Yeah, the glass shattered. He gets yanked back with a wire, and he got yanked back, and somebody forgot to roll the window all the way down. So he literally, wham, broke the glass with his head. Yeah, it was a real window.
Right.
It was like rolled slightly down, but it was supposed to be all the way down.
Yeah, because it was rolled up all the way up.
Yep. Whips his head back, breaks the glass.
Did he get, like, a concussion or
No, he was fine.
He was okay?
Yeah. I mean, it hurt, obviously, but
Right.
he was fine.
No, I haven't.
Crazy, though.
I'm sorry, but Captain America's, like, all, like, from Winter Soldier to Civil War, like, Captain America's fight scenes were just amazing. After the Russos got a handle of them. The elevator, right? That was the first thing I thought of, was elevator. You know, when those big guys come in and the guy's like, archives, and Cap's like, what the fuck are you going to the archives for? Like, and I'm like, yeah, what are you going to the archives for? But then, like, this one takes the cake. This one is my choice. But I'm just explaining how I got to it.
Yeah.
Because it was definitely elevator fight, and then, oh wait, but Cap fought Winter Soldier in that. But wait, Cap and Bucky fought Iron Man in Civil War. And if you're talking about the smoothness of a fight, the fact that they had a one-shot that had a blend of CGI and, like, the fact that, you know, Chris and Sebastian were just so smooth. Like, it made me feel like they were really doing it. And I still don't know if they, you know, were really doing it or not, but it was just, like, super smooth, and it was amazing. But then, like, Cap fighting Iron Man at the very end too, and him and Tony going, like, you know, knuckle dusters. Like,
Yeah, still taking that suit.
yeah, like, Cap, like, picked up Tony's suit. Like, he picked up the Iron Man suit with the whole grown man in it, and then just threw him down. Like, that was crazy. He almost broke his spine. Like, that would have been insane, considering that someone did get their spine broken in that movie beforehand, which is probably why they didn't. Because they were like, we can't have two. We can't have two paraplegics. Now.
It wasn't really a fight scene, it was more of a massacre. Would have been from Logan, when Wolverine's like running into the forest to save like the mutant kids. I mean, they were fighting back, but he was kind of just like like killing the military people. I don't know, they're the bad guys, like whatever they're doing. But I think what made it like so impactful for me was his superpowers were compromised, yet he was like full rage, like running, and you can feel like he wants to save these kids. And then he was like, ah, like he does this yell, and everyone was just like, that's everything that people wanted. And then it's like Hugh Jackman. Again, I'm biased because I love Hugh Jackman, but that just, I felt like the weight and the mortality of him running into the forest and knowing that he's not just, he can't heal anything. So everything has like a cost. And so I don't know if that makes it a good fight scene, but it felt very like, a lot of fight scenes, you know, they're just beating each other up and you're just like, ah, whatever, you're fine. But this one you're just like you can feel he's gonna get tired. Like, he can't just like bounce up from this and then you see him in the next scene in his like lair, you know, just drinking coffee. It's just, you know that there's a weight to everything.
It's tough. It's tough. Because you want to say the Civil War, the airport, Captain America and Black Widow versus Winter Soldier, the elevator scene from Winter Soldier. We got the Batman warehouse scene where he straight murders people in Batman vs. Superman. We never saw the sheer strength of Batman like that before. The sheer strength of Batman like that before. But My favorite fight scene is Thor versus Hulk in Thor Ragnarok.
Bro, Thor Ragnarok, that one?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
It's a gladiator arena,
Uh-huh.
and you got Thor in the armor,
Yeah.
Hulk in the armor. It's where Thor's greatest strength or power comes from. Like he awakens in that battle, like
Yeah.
the thunder eyes
Tag
or lightning eyes, whatever. Thor versus Hulk in Thor Ragnarok.
My honorable mention and my favorite Marvel fight scene is going to be the last battle in Endgame. Specifically, that one moment where they had all the female characters, except for Black Widow, come together and they took the fuck over for like a solid chunk of the battle. I mean, that was probably the 6th time I cried in that movie. My favorite pick is the fight scene in Alita when they were in the bar where she fought that other like bounty hunter guy. Because at least from what it looked like, it looked like the choreographer threw a little bit of Wing Chun in there, which is my favorite fighting style. So I just really, really loved how they had such a small, petite female character just kicking the shit out of this dick. I mean, he was such an asshole that like it made me so happy to see that, and I watched that scene over and over. So that is my favorite fight scene in comic movies. I can't say dick.
That's gonna be the end of the whole thing.
Can I not say dick?
You got more bleeps coming.
I'm gonna definitely have to give it to Black Widow when she entered the building to find where Mickey Rourke's character was. That right there set her on another pedestal because she never came across as a combat actress. It was all early, like just all of it is you bringing in these high-profile actors, you bringing in these people that are like they got names, but they're trying to like elevate onto this whole nother platform that is that was not like kind of a big thing, but that blew her up big time. Scarlett Johansson.
I feel sad thinking that Black Widow wasn't part of it, but I also feel a sense of pride knowing that she wasn't part of that scene because it wouldn't have been possible unless she did what she did, like unless it went the way that it went. So, it worked out. Yeah.